101 games for Rensselaer between 2002 and 2005, averaging 13.4 points and 3.7 rebounds. And he ranks 4th in school history with 1,359 career points. He was named All-Liberty League twice, including his senior season, when he earned first-team honors while serving as team captain. In his final season, he averaged a team-best 18.4 points per contest, including career highs of 31 and 33 points in consecutive games on the final weekend of the regular season. Paris Moore, class of 05. Next up, Bob Conway, a Troy native. Bob worked closely with students as well as with staff and administration for nearly 40 years to ensure that Rensselaer student athletes maintain one of the highest graduation rates in the nation at any level. Formerly the Director of Advising and Learning Assistance, he was responsible for starting a number of programs aimed at assisting RPI students through their academic careers. Conway is also a former mayor of Troy and has been presented with numerous honors, including the first ever Pillars of Rensselaer Award. Please welcome Bob Conway. Finally, Rosina Schiff from the class of 06 took home the 2006 Female Career Athlete of the Year Award for her performance as a goalkeeper for the hockey team. She graduated as the career leader in wins by a goaltender, games played, games started, minutes played, save percentage, and shutouts. During her career, she ranked among the national leaders in goalkeeping statistics and earned accolades as the ECAC East All-Rookie Team, ECAC East Goaltender of the Year. She was a two-time All-ECAC East First Team and a National All-America First Team. Rosina Schiff, class of 06. And one last round of applause for the entire 2014 class of the Rensselaer Athletic Hall of Fame. We direct your attention to the 20-yard line, the north end of the field. And the home team tunnel, where the football alumni from the class of 1964, celebrating their 50th class reunion, are joined by alumni from the 1999 football team, the first team to make an appearance in the NCAA tournament. They're also joined by former RPI football captains. They're on the field to salute our current student athletes as they take the field in just a few moments for today's reunion and homecoming football game. Let's have a nice round of applause for the returning RPI football alumni. Now please welcome the engineers.
Gentlemen, real simple today. White's going to talk to white all day long, right? Red's going to talk to red. You're going to respect them. You're going to respect them. Cool. That's a head. That's a tail. The flag is a head. It's a big. Okay? This is what he said. It's going all the way down. It is a head. RPI won the toss. He wants for option now. He wants to defer. You want to defer. You're going to receive which end you're going to defend. Look at that there. St. Lawrence, after the deferment, receiving this end. Gentlemen, take the answer block.
RPI won the toss and deferred to the second half. They will kick off defending the north goal. St. Lawrence will receive the game's opening kickoff. And now let's meet the starting offensive unit for your RPI Engineers. Starting at left tackle, number 72, Ken Berryhill. At left guard, number 73, Jay Yaskenich. At center, number 53, Steve Mills. The starting right guard, number 64, Seth Stubble. At right tackle for the Engineers, number 75, Scott Davis Jr. At tight end, number 80, Kyle Hash. At quarterback, number 12, Jeff Avery. The slot receivers, number 1, Reggie Colas. And number 8, Matt Lane. At fullback, number 21, Nick Schlatt. At wide receiver, number 85, Logan Gadar. And at wide receiver, number 10, Pat Hogan. The rest of the Engineers, led by their head coach, Ralph Isernia. Fans, as you well know, this marks the 1,000th game in the history of RPI football. Since 1886, Rensselaer has been represented on the gridiron by student athletes and coaches who are proud to call themselves members of the program. To acknowledge those individuals and to celebrate this monumental contest, we welcome RPI football alumni to midfield to participate in the ceremonial coin toss, and leading them, the most successful coach in the program's history, Joe King. Take a round of applause for the alum back for this historic contest and former head coach Joe King. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise as the RPI Pep Band will perform our national anthem. Number 3, Andrew Franks will kick off for the Engineers. Back deep for the Saints, number 23, Charlie Mastrelis. Giants kick is through the end zone for touchback, and St. Lawrence will begin 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Number 21, Maurice Urde on the carry. Tackled by 27. Brandon Cook. A gain of 5, 2nd down and 5. Mike Levelbein's pass complete to Urbe. It's a gain of 8 and a 1st down for the Saints at their own 38-yard line. On the carry, stopped after a 2-yard gain by number 27, Brandon Cook. 2nd down and 8. Levelbein's pass is incomplete. Intended for 16, Mitch Gallagher. 3rd and 8. Levelbein's pass is incomplete. Intended for 16, Mitch Gallagher.
He's got room, he's got the 1st down, 50. Irby to the 45, into RPI territory, stopped at the 43.
Couple of misses on defense by the RPI engineers. I believe
56,
Dragny finally brought him down. Kobe Dragny, number 56.
1st and 10, St. Lawrence at the RPI 43. No score here in the 1st quarter. 3 wideouts. Levelbein, hands off. It'll be a couple of yards here, running off to the left for the Saints. Irby on the carry, gets about 2 to the RPI 41.
Dragny once again in on tackle.
Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
Dragny is senior middle linebacker, 6'1", 220 pounds.
Flag comes out. That might have been too much time.
Head linesman and the ref can
He's
Burring on something.
56 for the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Say offsides or false start?
Well, he didn't signal false start, he signaled offside.
Yeah.
That backs the Saints up.
Against St. Lawrence moves the ball back to the RPI 46-yard line.
It'll be second down and 13 for the Saints on the RPI 46. No score here in the first quarter. Battle of unbeatens in the Liberty League. Both teams 2-0. Leffelbein fakes the handoff, throws over the middle. That's complete. Gets down to about the 38. Gallagher on the reception.
Is complete to Gallagher.
We've been talking about Gallagher before. He's second in yards per game at 74.4. And he has he's fourth in TDs with 13. 13 TDs so far this year. So, big time receiver. Gallagher is a tight end, 6'2", sophomore, 224 pounds from Malone, New York.
Third down and about 5. Ball's on the 38. 3 wideouts. Tight end on the far side for the Saints. That's the right side. Out of the shotgun. Leffelbein looks downfield, throws incomplete. It was kind of low. Look for Gallagher over the middle. He was in double coverage. Kind of low around the 25-yard line, and on fourth down, on the Saints sending out the punt team, they are.
Borkowski.
4th and 5 for the Saints.
Nice job on defense. Borkowski, a standout all-league defensive back and captain of one of the 2 captains, along with Reggie Colas, of the Engineers this year.
We're 85 looking
Godar's back
for the Engineers.
Fourth down, St. Lawrence looking to punt. Booted by Corliss, a bad kick that hits near the out-of-bounds line, and it'll be down by St. Lawrence around the 23. Looks like he was going to try to get that one deeper, but that went off the foot oddly. And RPI gets okay field position at their own 23. 11:02 to go here, first quarter. No score.
Engineers 1st and 10.
Kurt said it's a gorgeous day here. Beautiful fall day at Cavs Stadium and homecoming weekend. A 1,000th game in RPI history, football history.
Engineers come out led by their quarterback, Jeff Avery, on first down at 23. It's a pitch. Colas has it. 25, 30, 35, 40. Colas along the sideline, pulled out of bounds by Holly Grisham after he got first down yardage all the way to the RPI 45.
Holly Grisham, only guy that had a chance for him. Caught him from behind, forced him out of bounds. A big pickup for the captain, Reggie Colas.
Engineers 1st and 10, their own 45. No score here first quarter. Jeff Avery, the quarterback for RPI. The backs are Reggie Colas and Matt Lane. Fullback Nick Schlatt. Wide receivers Logan Godar and Pat Hogan. 1st and 10 play. Avery fakes the handoff. Another pitch. Colas going right again, and Colas is out of bounds at the 50.
Picked up probably another 5, at least.
Knocked out of bounds by number 23, Charlie.
The line for RPI, Ken Berryhill, Jay Yaskevich, Steve Mills, Seth Stabel, and Scott Davis Jr.
Charlie Mestrelis on the tackle for St. Lawrence Saints.
2nd and 5, RPI. Ball's right on the 50-yard line. RPI bunching everybody in, only one receiver wide. He was to the right. Now throw downfield by Avery. He was looking for that man. That was Giacconi, but it was overthrown by a good 5 yards.
Giacconi had his man beat, but it was an overthrow. And that has been less of a problem this year, but still problematic sometimes. You overthrow a lot of the receivers downfield.
3rd down and 5, ball on the 50-yard line.
Avery's gotten much better. He had a great game the last couple of weeks.
Avery with the 4 wide out formation. Fakes the pass, hands the ball off, and this is close. It'll be a first down. A nice last effort by Schlatt on the handoff. Gets the ball across the 45 to St. Lawrence for an RPI first down.
Schlatt, nice play. It was great. Kind of a different move by Avery, you know? A little trickery.
Fake the pass and then hand it off to Schlatt, who was behind him. Engineers 1st and 10 at the St. Lawrence 45-yard line. 9:40 to go, first quarter, no score. Avery out of the shotgun on first down, looking to his left. Now looks over the middle, now downfield, now decides to run with the ball. Flag comes out. St. Lawrence is going to force Avery out at 38, but I think this is going back.
Number 33, Jason
Avery
Lee
on the carry. Knocked
forcing Avery out of bounds.
No, maybe not.
I think going against St. Lawrence. Let's see.
It is going against St. Lawrence.
Holding. Defense. Number 43. Ineligible receiver prior to the pass being thrown. There was no pass.
RPI,
10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
pretty
There
good
is no
sustained
automatic
drive
first
in their
down.
first series.
However, as a result of the play, it is first down.
Okay, so the lengthy explanation is it's 10 yards from the spot to the line of scrimmage, which RPI takes the penalty, gets the first down at the 35 instead of the outcome of the play being second and short around the 38. Still no score, 9:20 to go here. First quarter, RPI versus St. Lawrence. Three wideouts for RPI. Avery on the option play. Pitches to Amory. Amory goes left and hits a bunch of defenders at the line of scrimmage, and he's able to get 3.
Number 43 for St. Lawrence, Skylar Williamson, and 42, Carlos Merlos, both on the tackle for St. Lawrence.
Ball was carried by Austin Amory.
Illegal blast below the waist. Number 21 of the offense. That's a 15-yard spot foul. First down. First down.
So Nick Schlantz gets called for a block below the waist, and that'll back RPI up 15 yards from the spot.
The Engineers.
The spot was the 33, so RPI is back to the 48.
Yeah, RPI hasn't been getting a lot of penalties the last few weeks, but they seem to come at the worst times.
First and 23, RPI at their own 48. No score, first quarter. RPI's first possession of the game. St. Lawrence marched into RPI territory, but punted once they got to the RPI 38-yard line. Well, they had some downs and then punted. Avery fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, finds a hole to the 40, 35, 30, and brought down at the 30, at the 28. He's out of bounds at the 28. That'll be an RPI. Well, not a first down. They need to get some more.
Jake Grilser on the tackle. He's a junior running back, D-back from Dix Hills, New York. Avery had a lot of room on that, didn't he?
He did. He did have a lot of room going to the left. Second and 3, RPI at the 28. Avery takes a snap, gives to Colas. This is an option. Colas throws downfield, and it's incomplete. Intended for Gadar, covered by Simmons.
Simmons did a nice job defensively. He covered it very well. Gadar can get up, but the defender did a perfect job of knocking that one down.
Yeah, I just saw the replay. That was a good job. He didn't turn to go for the ball, but he didn't interfere with the receiver either. That was a real good work to stay in front of that and get his arms in front and not allow the completion. Third down and 3. They fake the handoff. Avery keeps it and gets close to the 25. He won't have the 25. He got grabbed before he could make the 25-yard line. It'll be 4th and short, RPI.
Number 33, Jason Lee, once again in on the tackle for St. Lawrence.
4th and 1, and RPI is sending Franks out.
Interesting.
This will be a 43-yard field goal attempt. McHugh on the hold. This is in the middle of the field. I mean, between the hash marks. It's just about in the middle of the hash marks. Snap, the spot's down, the kick is up. The kick is good. 7:17 to go here, first quarter. RPI takes a 3-0 lead.
Franks once again. Beautiful kick right through the uprights. 3-0 RPI. And we'd like to remind you, you're listening to Rensselaer Football. 91.5 WRPI Troy. Bob Conway, Kurt Stutton. I should say Kurt Stutton, Bob Conway on the call.
However you want to look at it.
Kurt has been a play-by-play man for how many years now?
Regularly for football since 98.
1998.
A special welcome goes out to the alumni celebrating their 50th reunion. Please, let's have a round of applause for the
Franks tees the ball up at the 35-yard line as RPI gets ready to kick it away. More often than not, the ball goes to the 25 on a touchback when Franks kicks off this year.
Franks will kick off back deep 23 in Mastrellis.
Can you see numbers back there?
Yeah, that's Mastrellis back there.
Okay.
Ball goes into the end zone. Mastrellis is going to grab it, and that'll be it. It'll be a touchback.
2 for 2. It's amazing the field position RPI has had better and better for the last 4 years. I believe we've been spoiled, Kurt.
Enjoy it while it lasts. Andrew Franks is a senior.
But I understand he's worked very well with the young man backing him up.
1st and 10 Saints at their own 25, down 3-0 to RPI with 7:17 to go first quarter. Leffelbein takes a snap, doesn't hand off, in the flat to the right. That's a completion to the 30, some room to the 35. That should be a first down for St. Lawrence.
Leffelbein's pass.
Looks like Gallagher on the reception. No. Yeah, Gallagher.
Yeah, it was Gallagher.
Gallagher is St. Lawrence's go-to man.
At the 35-yard line.
It is a St. Lawrence first down at the 35-yard line. 3-0 Engineers lead, 7 to go first quarter.
Gallagher had a nice blocker out in front of him. Took care of 2 guys, actually. He was able to get the first down.
4 wide receiver formation for the Saints. Gallagher in the flat again. Or pardon me, Leffelbein in the flat again. And that's another completion to Shannon for 9 yards out to the 44.
Out to the 44-yard line. Gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
Big bust on that tackle.
46, Connor Young on the
A lot of space on that screen pass. They were giving up a lot of yards.
It was Bus and Connor Young on that tackle.
2nd down and 1 for St. Lawrence at their own 44. Leffelbein in the flat to the left this time, and that's an open field tackle by Borkowski, and that's a loss of a couple of yards.
He read that perfectly. They basically tried to run the same play 3 times in a row, only this one was the other side of the field.
It's a loss of 3. Shannon on the reception, but he was hit immediately by Borkowski and could go nowhere. Third down and 4, ball at the 41. Leffelbein throws, that's complete to Shannon. Shannon at the 40, gets a first down as he goes between 2 defenders, gets to the 47.
Boy, they do a lot of that same type of play, don't they?
Yes, they do. Good work by Shannon. He had to go back and get that and then turn around.
Yes, he did.
And go upfield. Not the best throw by Leffelbein. I think you got to give 20% to Leffelbein on that and 80% to Shannon getting that first down.
Bus made that tackle once again.
1st and 10 St. Lawrence at their own 47, trailing by 3, under 5 to go in the first quarter. St. Lawrence has 2 in the backfield, 3 wideouts. Leffelbein fakes a handoff, now pump fakes, now puts it up in the air, looking for Gallagher. That's too far. It's
Flag.
incomplete.
Got a flag back there.
Flag near the line of scrimmage.
It's a holding call, I believe.
2nd down and 10.
Holding. Offense number 73. In-yard penalty, 3-5, first down.
Holding call against number 73, Kevin Dean,
Holding against the Saints.
offensive lineman for the Saints.
Moves the ball back to the 37-yard
RPI's
line.
defense, up front you have Connor McCrum, Chris Owensman, and Andre Lucier. The linebackers are Anthony Pilla, Brad Gahagan, Colby Tragney, and Brandon Cook. The cornerbacks are Phil Lanieri and Ryan Buss, and the safeties are Connor Young and Nick Borkowski. 1st and 20 for St. Lawrence as they are back to their own 37 after the 10-yard holding penalty.
4 wideouts here.
2 each side. Leffelbein looks downfield, throws over the middle. That's complete. That should be a first down. Grabbed by Gardner, gets an extra 2 yards. He's to the RPI 41 and the chains move.
Yeah, it was a very nice throw and a nice route by Gardner, but Bus was right on him, but the ball was very well thrown. They can see why they go to Gallagher so much. He's big.
Well, that was actually
Gardner. That wasn't Gallagher, was it?
That was Gardner.
Yeah.
4:20 to go here, first quarter, 3-0 RPI. St. Lawrence 1st and 10 at the RPI 41.
They've been thrown primarily to the 2 of them.
Leffelbein fakes the handoff, throws, and it's incomplete.
Nobody there. Close.
Oh, he was out of the pocket.
Yeah, I know.
Threw into no man's land around the 35. Everybody had gone out of that area, but Leffelbein was out of the pocket, and he made it past the line of scrimmage, so no penalty. Second and 10 for the Saints. Saints averaging 29.5 points through their first 2 Liberty League games. Have yet to score here, trailing 3-0. Leffelbein against a 4-man rush. Over the middle, incomplete.
Nice job. Let's see who that was. Number 54 for the Engineers. Let me see.
There's a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Defense, number 27. Hands to the head.
They're going to get Brandon Cook for hands to the head. That's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down for St. Lawrence.
Personal foul penalty against the Engineers.
Like I said earlier, we haven't had tons of penalties in the last few weeks, but they've been at it pretty critical times.
First and 10, St. Lawrence at the RPI 26. 4:05 to go, first quarter. 3-0, RPI leads. Leffelbein looking left, now throws over the middle, that's incomplete.
The intended receiver was Simmons.
Who's listed as a defender.
DeAndre Simmons.
Yeah, that is Simmons.
Yep. Bus was covering him pretty well. They throw an awful lot. RPI leads the country in interceptions with 11.
Second down and 10 at the 26. Leffelbein gets away from pressure. Now he's got some room. He starts heading downfield to the 15. Leffelbein's got a first down. He's tackled at the 12, but there was a lot of empty space out there for him to maneuver in.
Nobody near him. The whole right side of the defense was not there. They were plugging up that middle, look, cover those receivers.
First and 10, St. Lawrence at the RPI 12. 3:40 to go here, first quarter, 3-0. RPI on top. Leffelbein with 3 wide receivers. Irby's going to get the carry inside the 10 to the 9. He's going to be stopped at the 9.
Inside the 10. Tackled by 94 Anthony Cook.
Brandon Cook on the tackle for the Engineers.
It's a gain of 3. Second down and 7.
Ball at the 9, second and 7 for St. Lawrence. St. Lawrence got the ball 7-17. They've had it for 4.5 minutes or so. Leffelbein on second down, throws. That's complete. Getting some space and getting inside the 5 was Richardson. He got the ball, was in the crowd, but nobody really noticed he had gotten it, and he's able to get close to a first down. He needed to get to the 3, and it looks like he's in between the 3 and the 4.
Young and on the tackle for the Engineers, along with Chris Onsman.
3rd and 1, St. Lawrence. Ball's at the 3 officially. He'll stay in the shotgun. Irby's in the backfield next to Leffel. Here's the snap. Leffelbein looking left, looking up in the air, and it's incomplete. Miscommunication with Shannon, the intended receiver. He thought Shannon was going to the corner. He didn't.
4th and 1.
I wonder if they're going to kick.
Number 30, Andrew Cavallo into
Well, the kicker's out there. But
St. Lawrence trying for a field goal. Cavallo. It'll be a 20-yard attempt from the near hash, the left hash. Cavallo, his kick is up, and it is good. 1:57 to go here, first quarter. We're tied at 3.
very similar scores and ways of getting them. Long drives into the red zone, but being stopped on 3rd down, and neither team chose to go for the 1 yard, and both took the field goal and both made the field goal. So at 1:57 to go in the first quarter, is RPI 3, St. Lawrence 3, and you're listening to RPI Football on 91.5 WRPI Troy. Kurt Stutton, Bob Conway on the call.
Number 14, Bailey Hibbert will kick off for the Saints.
Penalties have been somewhat of a factor so far, wouldn't you think, Kurt?
Yes.
They delayed good series on both sides.
85 holding the yard.
St. Lawrence is throwing an awful lot.
Leffelbein's got a good arm.
Yes, he does.
Kickoff by Hibbert is muffed by RPI. The ball is loose, picked up by the Saints, and they have it at the 19. The return was muffed, went off the chest, went rolling around, and the Saints have it at the RPI 19.
Is that Reggie? I believe so. Yeah, it was Colas. Fumbled by Colas.
Yep. It actually, he went to catch it. It kind of went through his hands, went off his shin, or his thigh, pardon me, and then rolled forward. And St. Lawrence has it at the RPI 19, tied at 3. Great opportunity here for the Saints.
Seldom do we see a mistake by Reggie. He's human. I got a feeling he'll make up for it too.
Saints had just made it down to the RPI 3, kicked the field goal. Now they've got it at the RPI 19. Leffelbein, hands off. Irby has it, doesn't find some room. Stutter steps, moves to his right, goes to the hash mark, and he gets about 7. He got what would have been maybe a 1-yard gain and turned it into a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, they had him bottled up, and he went outside, broke away, got outside of it, picked up an additional 6 yards.
Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4.
Second and 4. They'll call it a 6-yard gain for Irby. 2nd and 4 for St. Lawrence. Still with the multiple wide receiver set. Leffelbein looks to throw in the flat. That is complete. Getting a first down, and I was about to say getting 3 for the end zone. That didn't happen, but Simmons gets the reception, gets enough for a first down. First and goal, St. Lawrence around the RPI 8.
First man missed the tackle, though. Bus missed the tackle on that. He actually had an opportunity to tackle him quite a bit back. Well, not quite a bit, maybe 4 or 5 yards earlier than that.
40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Tied at 3. St. Lawrence first and goal, RPI 8. They move people around. Benny Mana is now in the backfield next to Leffelbein. Leffelbein looking left, going into the corner, and that's too far away from Richardson, the intended receiver.
Intended for number 8, Richardson.
Leffelbein has looked good on the quick flat passes, very quick flat passes. the kind of lobs in the end zone have not been very effective so far.
Coming up on 10 seconds to go on the play clock. St. Lawrence finally getting set. Now 5 seconds ago. Luffelbein's going to snap it 3 seconds ago. Fakes the handoff to Irby. Over the middle pass. Complete touchdown, St. Lawrence. Just reaching out with Richardson, and the Saints take a 9-3 lead.
Yeah, number 34, 31 for the Engineers all over him, but he just dragged him into the end zone. Phil Lanieri was right there with him.
RPI muffs the kickoff. Saints make RPI pay. Snap spot. The kick is up from Cavello, and it is good. 10-3 Saints lead with 19.4 seconds left in the first quarter.
Okay, this is a very important series for the offense. Momentum have switched somewhat to St. Lawrence getting 2 quick scores, or 2 in a row. The second one pretty quick. And they lead it 10-3. Like I said earlier, both teams were stalled on drives that had turned down 3rd and 1s and took field goals, and each made them. Made it 3-3, and then RPI fumbled a kickoff return, and I think the 19-yard line. And St. Lawrence took it into the end zone, got 7, now lead it 10-3. Reggie back there again with, is that Gadar? You can't see the numbers, folks.
Usually it's Gadar. Colas has it go past him into the end zone. Did RPI touch that in the field of play? No, it's okay. It'll be a touchback as it goes into the end zone and down by Colas, and RPI takes it to 25.
Rensselaer will start 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That was kind of a strange reaction on that. You know?
I'm not sure what he was thinking.
I don't either.
RPI has it at their own 25, down by 7 here in the waning seconds of the first quarter. Only their second possession. They technically didn't have it after the first St. Lawrence score when they gave it away on the kickoff. Avery on the option play keeps it himself. He gets to the 31 and is crunched by 3 St. Lawrence defenders.
Number 15, first guy there for St. Lawrence, Alec Deitch. Let me check that pronunciation. Deitch. Alec Deitch. D-I-E-T-C-T-C-H. Pronounced
D-I-E-T-S-C-H.
Pronounced D-E-E-T-C-H.
That ends the first quarter here at East Campus Stadium. 15 minutes are in the books, and St. Lawrence leads RPI 10-3.
Next week, RPI will be on the road at Rochester. Game time start 1 p.m. That's at University of Rochester. Following week back home against perennial league power Hobart. I believe the next week is the bye week. November 1st and November 8th, RPI will be at Springfield, and they'll finish up the regular season on November 15th at home versus arch rival Union for the Dutchman's Shoes. Speaking of Union, they raised their national championship banner last night at the rink, but at the same time, RPI was out in the Notre Dame tournament and upset Notre Dame 3-2.
First down, RPI started second down RPI, start of the second quarter. Pass down along the sidelines goes incomplete.
That was a flag. They pick it up?
I don't see a flag.
Oh, he threw
Now,
one.
he may have been picked up. I'm
See
not.
it? It's still there.
No, actually, I don't see it. I'm not. Oh, okay, now I see it. So there is a flag down on the play. Wait to sort this out. 10-3, St. Lawrence leads 3 seconds into the second quarter.
There were 2 fouls on the play, one by each team. They will offset. Offensive pass interference, number 84. Holding. Defense. Those penalties offset the down this replay. Second out.
Offsetting penalties. The down will be replayed. Second down and 4.
Gadar had an offensive hold. St. Lawrence was holding, so they offset each other.
It's a do-over. Second down and 4. Avery fakes the handoff on second down. Now into the flat, looking for Lane. First to whom he faked the handoff. Goes incomplete, and we have a flag on the play. Second quarter starting out rather slow.
Overthrown again. First period, offensive yards, St. Lawrence 128, RPI 69. Time of possession, St. Lawrence 1232, RPI 345. Passing, St. Lawrence, let's see, 11 of 17. RPI was 0 of 2.
Holding penalty against RPI moves the ball back to the 21-yard line. Second down and 14.
RPI rolling up the penalties now.
Second down and 14 for RPI. This will be a handoff. Goes to the right. Shane Drummond. I think that's Drummond.
Yeah,
it was Drummond or Tavinis.
Tackled by number 4, Colin Bishop.
Out of
number
bounds.
7 or 5?
Out of bounds at the 24. 6 or 5 is my question.
3rd and 11.
Or is that Lane 8?
The
These numbers are brutal for RPI. They're
read 'em.
absolutely brutal to figure out what the numbers are. I actually think that was Lane on the carry. 3rd down and 11 for RPI at their own 24. Trailing by 7. Avery fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, doesn't pitch, and he slides, and he should have a first down near the 35.
Nice job by Avery.
Probably slid a half yard too soon and made it a little closer than it needed to be.
Kept the ball and not getting a very good spot, I don't think.
Well, he went into his slide prior to the 35. That's the discussion right now.
Okay.
He needed to get to the 35, and he started to slide prior to that.
Yeah, they're moving it.
The first is just a warning. There is no yardage involved. The play stands. It's first down.
Gains to the 35 and a first down for the Engineers.
You said something about there is no yards involved.
There was a sideline warning,
Oh,
I believe, against St. Lawrence. The first time there's a warning, after that there's yards. First down, RPI to 35. This will be a pitch. They're headed left, and it'll get to the 39. That's Lane on the carry for the Engineers. So he picks up 4, going a very long way across the field, and we have an injured Engineer down on the field.
number 4, James Holly Grissom, and number 6, no, not number 6, number 3, Simmons on the tackle for St. Lawrence. It's not Reggie, is it?
I don't know who is down on the field right now. 13:34 to go here in the first half. 10-3, St. Lawrence has the lead. Is that Drummond?
Like you said, you can't see the numbers. He's laying down, so it's sitting up now.
That is Drummond, I think.
Yeah, it looks like a 5. I got a feeling we're going to be seeing a little of Tavinas at some point in this game. Only a freshman, but has done very well and he's had an opportunity. But RPI is pretty deep in backs.
He makes his way off the field with some assistance. Back to action. 2nd and 6 RPI as they've got the ball at their own 39, trailing by 7 with 13:20 to go in the first half. Avery takes the high snap down. Tavinas gets the carry, and nope, that was Avery. I missed that. Avery loses 2 yards. Didn't hand it off, kept it himself, and he's dropped back. He'll lose 1 back to the 38.
Loss on the play to the 38-yard line. 3rd and 7.
Third down and 7 for RPI. Ball's back at the 38. Avery takes a snap, looking left. Not a good throw. He was getting hit as he let go of the ball. It goes incomplete. He was looking for Polis around the 50, and it looks like RPI is going to be sending out the punt team.
Yeah, the passing game has not been there. I don't think we've completed any. We didn't in the first quarter.
Andrew Franks into punt. Back deep to receive number 4, James.
Franks back to kick. Boots the ball away. Good hang time. Holly Grissom gets it around the 22, makes it to the 25. Couldn't find a route through the engineer kick coverage, and he's pushed back. He's going to get credit for the 25-yard line about there, and St. Lawrence has their 4th possession of the game, leading 10-3 over RPI with 12:26 to go in the half.
Number 27, Cook, Brandon Cook. He's always the first guy down on kick returns. Brandon Cook, nice tackle. Stood him up, didn't move after he got him.
Saints with the 1st and 10 at their own 25. Leffelbein, pass complete to the 25, 30, and out of bounds at the 30 is Richardson.
Leffelbein's pass complete to Richardson, tackled by number 31.
So the Saints,
31 for
Saints
the
pick up
engineer.
6.
That's Philip Lanieri
2nd down and 4.
on the tackle. Engineer need to force a turnover here.
Second down and 4 for the Saints. Ball at the 31. Leffelbein in the flat. Richardson gets away from Borkowski, stays on his feet. Richardson moves through a pile of people, and he's got a 1st down to the 38. Nice work by Richardson.
Not good work by the offensive line. The defensive line.
Tackled by 58.
3 guys missed.
Gain is to the 38-yard
3 in a row.
1st and 10, St. Lawrence.
Yeah, he should have been stopped for a loss on that play.
1st and 10 for the Saints. Ball at the 38 of St. Lawrence. 11:15 to go here. First half, 10-3, St. Lawrence leads. A rare running play at this point. Irby has it. We get a flag as Irby is tackled near the line of scrimmage. Flag came out before the tackle.
It's going to be a face mask, I bet.
Tackled by 24, Teague Florio. Flag on the
Teague
play.
Florio was the guy tackling. Number 24.
This is going against St. Lawrence.
Ooh.
Holding. Offense. Number 64. 15-yard penalty.
Wow.
First down.
I thought he dragged him down by the face.
I didn't see a face mask on that.
Holding penalty against St.
The
Lawrence.
flag definitely came out before the tackle.
Moves the ball back to the Saints' 28-yard line.
Ball goes back to the 28 of St. Lawrence. It'll be a 1st and 20 for the Saints. Leffelbein out of the shotgun. One man in the slot, one man in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Irby. Leffelbein is immediately under pressure, throws the ball, and that's incomplete. Did have a man in the area, that was Shannon, who was coming down the sideline. So it's incomplete on 2nd and long. It'll be 3rd and long for St. Lawrence.
Good coverage by Florio and Connor Young. 10:44 to go in the first half. St. Lawrence leads it 10-3.
It should be still 2nd down. Pass in the flat to the left. That's complete. Loss of yardage on that. Shannon gets caught. Borkowski got him for a loss of the number of yards. Now this is officially 3rd down. I lost track of what the downs were with the penalties.
That's the second time Borkowski stopped a similar play. He read it very well.
3rd down and 23 for the Saints.
And you see where he's coming from. His position on the field is on the opposite side. That's how quick he is. Timeout.
Timeout. St. Lawrence. Their first timeout. It's a 60-second timeout.
Timeout, St. Lawrence.
First timeout of this first half. 10:04 to go in the half. RPI trailing St. Lawrence 10-3 here at the East Campus Stadium.
Report to the ECAV Arena to prepare for a special halftime show. We will be
Just a beautiful fall day, folks. Foliage is in high bloom here.
Hobart leads Springfield 31-7.
Wow.
Going into the 4th quarter. Hobart will be coming at us today undefeated.
That's impressive.
WPI leads Union 9-0 in the 2nd.
Wow. Where's Hobart playing?
That game is being played in Geneva.
Uh-huh.
Here it's 3rd and 23 for the Saints.
Engineer D needs to shut down this passing game.
Leffelbein drops back, throws over the middle. That's complete. 35, and not much more than that. Maybe out to the 37. Was that Shannon getting that, or Gardner? Nope, that was Shannon, 80 on the reception. So St. Lawrence gets about half the yardage back that they needed. It'll be 4th and 11, and they'll send out the punt team.
Borkowski took him down. Those two receivers for St. Lawrence are both sophomores. They run really nice routes. Gallagher is a tight end, 6'2", 224. And
the punt, a better one this time by Corliss, taken by Gadar around the 24, and he doesn't really get a whole lot after that. Never was able to get free from his initial hit, so I think they'll spot him at the 25. RPI takes over there. 9:12 to go here in the first half. And it's St. Lawrence 10, RPI 3.
The other guy in that duo of receivers is Gardner. He's also a sophomore. He's also a tight end, and he's 6'3", 217. And Gallagher's 6'2", 224. So that's a double tight end And they run routes where Leffelbein really hits them very easily across the middle or to the flat.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Pass complete to Colas at the 30-yard line. Colas makes a move, gets to the 35, pushed out. That's a first down RPI.
Skylar Williamson, one of two there. Evan LaPice, the other for St. Lawrence on the tackle, or the force out. RPI needs to get the offense going.
Well, they're going to call it 2nd and short. This will be a first down now as Slats with the carry straight ahead, gets across the 35. I thought he had the first down. He didn't. Now he does as RPI on 2nd and short makes it a first down.
And tackled by Owen Gray, number 63.
First and 10 RPI at their own 36. 8:25 to go here in the first half. Engineers down by 7. Avery out of the shotgun. Slats with the carry. That'll get him about 2. Nope, actually about 1. The offensive line had been pushed back. He's out to the 37. That's Saints defense.
Tackled by 63 Gray. It's a gain of 1.
For St. Lawrence.
And 9.
Defense up front, Najazi, Ugo Najazi, Chiron Brown-Wallace, Owen Gray, and Dylan Knight. The linebackers are Alec Deach, William Garrity, and Jason Lee. The quarterbacks are DeAndre Simmon and Charlie Mistrelis. As we have 2nd down and 9 on the pitch, Slats is tripped up, gets across the 40, and tripped up at the 42. Safeties are James Holly Grisham and Evan Lapice. That is the Saints defense.
Number 43, Skylar Williamson, nice tackle.
3rd down and 4.
It's a big play for the Engineers. About 7+ to go in the first half. RPI hasn't got the offense going.
3rd down and 4, ball at the 42.
They moved the ball pretty well in the first couple of series.
Slats, well, they faked. It would have been better off giving it to Slats, maybe. Lane gets it. He gets the first down. If Slats had the ball, he had a pretty good hold through the middle, but he didn't. They faked. It comes over to the near side, and it's taken upfield by the Engineers, and that is Tommy Morgan in at quarterback right now for RPI.
Yes, it is.
When did that happen?
I think on that last play.
Is Avery over on the sideline? 1st and 10. Colas on the carry for RPI. Gets tripped up as he tried to make a move to his left in the middle of the field, and he only picks up 1.
Avery's, no, that's 13. That's not 12.
2nd down and 9.
I don't right now see a 12 on nope, that's 13. You're right. I did the same thing you just did. I don't see 12 on the sideline right now. Morgan is in at quarterback for RPI.
Offense coming over to Coach Isernia.
Is RPI taking a timeout? No timeout was signaled. RPI is acting like they have one, but there is no timeout.
How can they just walk over like that?
I don't know. The play clock hadn't started. I'm not sure what was going on there. The play ended in the middle of the field. I guess the officials were straightening something out, and that gave both teams some time to mill about. 2nd down and 9 as the ball's at the 48. Morgan hands off, and Slats takes it to the right, gets across the 50 to the 49. Not a lot of yards there. It's going to be 3rd and 6 RPI.
Once again, Deach on the tackle for St. Lawrence.
19, Matthew Craig on the tackle. Gains to the St. Lawrence 49-yard line. 3rd down and 6.
Third and 6 RPI at the St. Lawrence 49. Engineers trailing by 7 in the first half. Morgan takes the snap, Looks to his left, up in the air and intercepted! Picked off by Holly Grisham at the 30. He got 1 foot down after he got the ball. That's all he needed, and St. Lawrence takes over.
Yeah, he was going for Gadar. And the defender was right there with him and just picked it off.
.534 to go here in the first half. RPI trails by 7. Second time they've turned it over. They lost it, they muffed it in a kickoff. And now intercepted were the Engineers. Second time they turn it over. RPI, there's 5:34 to go in this first half, and RPI's had 3 possessions today.
I don't know that they've completed a pass yet.
Leffelbein out of the shotgun. Looks downfield, throws just out of reach of Richardson, and had that been on target, it was going to be a race downfield between Richardson and Florio.
And Richardson was out in front. Now Richardson, he's 6'4". So the 2 tight ends are 6'3" and 6'2", and one of the wideouts is 6'4".
They've got some height up in the North Country.
Yeah.
Second and 10, ball on the 30.
RPI needs a big play on D. They really need a big play.
Handoff. That'll get it out to about the 35-yard line. Brad Parrott. Yep, Brad Parrott coming into the game as a running back. He gets out to the 35, 36 maybe, set up a 3rd and 4 for St. Lawrence.
Yeah, Brandon Cook, and he was joined by Kobe Tragney in on that tackle. It's like 3rd down and about 3.5 or 4.
Third down and 4. Leffelbein pump fakes, throws, and again, just a little bit ahead of Richardson. He got a hand on it this time. Just a little bit ahead. Would have been a 1st down, and instead it goes to 4th down. So RPI stops the St. Lawrence possession after St. Lawrence intercepted the Engineers and are looking to get the ball back. A little over 4 left to go here in the first half. Carvalho back to punt. RPI putting Adley back to return this punt.
They went right back to that same play because it was well executed the first time.
Carvalho boots the ball away. Adley takes it to 25, gets hit and forced out around the 28. RPI's got time. 4:37 to go here in the first half. St. Lawrence up 10-3, but the Engineers plenty of time to move downfield and do something before the half ends.
We remind you you're listening to Rensselaer Football on 91.5 WRPI Troy. 4:37 to go in the half. RPI's offense has not showed much at all in the first half, other than maybe the first 2 series. They were stalled by penalties. Well, one of them, there was a 42-yard field goal. So St. Lawrence defense has been the tops in the league, and they look it.
1st and 10 for RPI at the 27, straight at, well, that's a pitch. Morgan pitched it to Colas, trying to run right, and Colas is stopped, probably for a loss of 1 back at the 26.
Yeah, Morgan's still in there at quarterback.
33, Jason Lee, loss of 1, 2nd down and 11.
Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11. Again, this is WRPI Troy with Engineer football from the East Campus Stadium. 10-3 St. Lawrence leads with 4 minutes to go in the first half. Morgan in relief of Avery. We don't know what happened to Avery. and we have not been able to find him on the sidelines. Handoff to Vinnis. He runs to the right, turns the corner. Vinnis is out of bounds at the 33. Not enough for a first down, but gets close. It'll be short. 3rd and 2 Engineers. Or actually, no, 3rd and 4. It wasn't the 25. 27 they started.
I think that's what's going to get the offense going. He gets the blocking. Vinnis can run over people, but he can also move side to side very well. But very difficult for a young quarterback to come in like this, not used to playing with the first team that much, and timing. And
3rd down and 4. Handoff up the middle, and to Vinnis, close to a first down. I think he's got it. I think he fell backwards and he got it. He had to get to the 37. Looks like they're coming in on the 37-yard line, so it should be an RPI first down. Yeah, maybe not.
Number 33.
That spot, nope, now they're going to say it is. The spot was not as good as I thought, but they eyeball it and say it's okay.
Jason Lee on tackle for St. Lawrence.
3:10 to go here in the first half. Engineers trail by 7 to St. Lawrence. Only one wide out for RPI in this play. Vinnis with the carry, puts his head down, goes into the pile and gets 2. Ball came loose. They're going to rule him down. The whistle came, they started blowing the whistle right around the time the ball came loose, and effectively that means the play was dead.
Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
It'll be 2nd down and 8. 2:15 to go in the half. Morgan looks to throw along the sidelines, and it's incomplete. Looking for Lane. He got all twisted around looking for the ball. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for.
Yeah, he did get twisted around.
3rd down and 8.
33 out there defending him. Jason Lee again. He's been all over the field today.
It's possible I called Avery instead of Morgan on a couple of plays there. My mistake. Force of habit. Third down and 8 RPI. 1:58 to go in the half. Ball's on the 39. RPI, I believe, yes, RPI is going to call a timeout.
RPI is the first timeout, 60-second timeout.
Coach I wants to talk it over.
Please be sure to stay in your seats for the special halftime.
All the scoring was in the first quarter so far. Franks with a 43-yard field goal. Cavallo with a 20-yard field goal, and then Leffelbein to Gallagher, an 8-yard pass, and Carvello with the kick. Where we get the 10-3 score as it stands right now.
And both teams had very good sustained drive to get the first 3 each. They both chose not to go for a 3rd and 1. And then St. Lawrence, after scoring their their field goal, on the very next play, it was a kickoff. They got a fumble on RPI's 19-yard line and took it in eventually for 7. Gives us a 10-3 score with 1:58 to go in the half.
WPI leads Union 23-0 late in the second quarter.
Wow.
I did not see that one coming.
Me either.
Here we have 3rd and 8 for RPI at the 39. Morgan drops back, looked to throw, pulled the ball back down, now starts running with it. He's in a crowd, and he's not going to get anything. He loses 2 on that play, and it'll be 4th down coming up for RPI, and they're going to have to send out the punt team.
Grant Brightman on the tackle for St. Lawrence. Yeah. RPI really doesn't like look like it has things together right now. Taking another timeout. Or maybe St. Lawrence. I didn't see who took the timeout. But RPI just isn't running that offense smoothly like they did last week. And understandably, with a new quarterback who doesn't have that much time working with the first team, the timing, things like that, obviously have an effect on the offense.
So it's 1:47. St. Lawrence just called a timeout. I was going to say 1:47 to go here in the half. St. Lawrence taking the timeout because they're expecting to get this ball back, and maybe they can put some points on the board before halftime. RPI will get the ball to start out the second half. St. Lawrence won the toss to start out the game and took the ball, so RPI does have that going for them. Do we still believe RPI has not completed a pass?
I don't think they have. I could be wrong.
Andrew Franks in the punt. Back team number 1, number piece.
Snap back to Franks on the punt. That's up and away. Ollie Grissom takes the ball. 30, 35, 40, finds some room. 45, gets into a crowd, and he's tackled around the 46. So St. Lawrence starting out near the middle of the field on this possession with 1:37 to go in the half and up by 7.
Nice run back by Grisham.
First and 10 for St. Lawrence.
Really not bad field position.
It's their best of the game.
Yeah. Their own
Well,
46.
no, I'm wrong. They got it to 19 on
Yes,
that interception.
right.
My mistake. I didn't mark it as the other side of the field. So it's first and 10 St. Lawrence at the 46.
Defense got to play well here. Really help the momentum.
Luffelbein takes the snap. Drops straight back. Puts the ball up in the air. He's got a man. That is complete to the 25, to the 20. Gallagher on the reception. Gets St. Lawrence down to the 20. Clock stops, 1:29 to go in the half. It'll start again when they move the chains, but St. Lawrence has time.
Quarterback threw 2 of those very nicely. The last series, both were dropped. This one was over the shoulder, perfect, and caught.
First and 10 St. Lawrence at the RPI 20. Saints up by 7. Snap. Luffelbein looking towards the corner. Up and incomplete. I don't think the receiver could have come down in bounds with that. Richardson. Nope, that's Simmon. Simmon on the intended receiver. I think if he had caught it, he was coming down out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like Phil Lanieri was with him on that.
Second and 10, ball to 20, 1:06 to go in the half. Luffelbein looks downfield, 4-man rush, doesn't see anything, puts the ball down, starts running with it. To the 15, goes to the sideline, stays in, there's a flag out as he's out at the 10, and I don't think all this is going to count.
Flag on the play.
Number 26 for the Engineers, Brad Gahagan, up and on the force out.
It's holding against St. Lawrence. That'll back them up. They are within field goal range, so they can make this a 2-score game depending on how things go. There's 58.7 seconds left in the half. They do have time to do things, assuming they don't take enough penalties or knock themselves back too much. This might be near the end of the range for their kicker. Corliss. No, Carvella, pardon me.
Defense got to get tough here. Make a big difference going in.
The infraction was actually at the 11, so the 10 yards runs it back to the 21. Second and 11 for St. Lawrence. Luffelbein looking and end zone, and it's intercepted. Yep, intercepted by the Engineers in the end zone. That's a touchback, and that stops the St. Lawrence drive.
That is a huge play. We're looking at the number again. I think that's 31. Yep, I think it's still Lanieri.
Yeah, that was Lanieri.
What a big play that was, Kurt. It's exactly what they needed. They may just take a knee here.
St. Lawrence has one timeout, so RPI.
They are going to take it.
Yeah, they're coming out in the victory formation. They'll take a knee. St. Lawrence, if they wish to, could stop it once. They can't get the ball back, and there'd be another snap, and that would be it. So everybody is staying on the field right now to keep things honest, but it doesn't look like RPI is in any rush to run a play. They'll head off the field, and it'll be a 10-3 lead, St. Lawrence, at the half.
Huge break for the Indians. Not a break, they made the break themselves. Defensively, they covered the man very well in the end zone. And Lanieri did a nice job because this quarterback for the Saints can throw. And he's got some real good receivers. So that was a very good defensive play. Not only did he didn't knock it down, he caught it for an interception, which was huge. Going in now down 10-3, you're down a touchdown. And you're going to get the ball in the second half first. The big question is, where is the starting quarterback?
We'll have to ask. We'll go downstairs and see when that replacement happened, and have to ask and see if we know anything. We didn't see Avery on the sideline. We're not entirely sure when the substitution occurred, so we'll have to ask about that. We're going to take a break, though, and you'll hear around the league that'll run down last weekend's Liberty League football action during halftime. The score here after one half, it is St. Lawrence 10, RPI 3. And you're listening to live coverage of Engineer football on 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy.
Now please welcome the RPI dance team. of the class of 1964 into the 50-year club.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for me to present to you Mr. Bud Linder from the class of 1957, President of the 50-Year Club.
Thank you, Jeff, and good afternoon, fellow alumni. It's my great honor to have the opportunity to induct the class of 1964 into the 50-Year Club. As we welcome them to the field, let me tell you a little bit about the 50-Year Club. The club is made up of all alumni who have reached 50 years since their graduation. On the 50th anniversary of an alumnus or alumna's graduation from RPI, he or she officially becomes a member of the 50-Year Club. The mission of the club is to enrich the lives of current students and alumni. We strive to sustain and enhance the traditions and spirit of Rensselaer through support of student and alumni programs. The 50-Year Club can trace its origins back to the very beginning of the alumni program at RPI. It was formally incorporated as a chapter of the Rensselaer Alumni Association in 1990. The club's most important mission is to help keep the spirit of Rensselaer alive in all of our alumni. At this time, we will begin the introduction of the great class of 1964 into the Rensselaer 50-Year Club. On behalf of the Rensselaer 50-Year Club Board of Directors, it is my privilege to formally induct the class of 1964 into the ranks of the 50-Year Club. We congratulate each of you and welcome you to the club. Congratulations to all of our 50-Year Club alumni. I hope you all continue to stay involved and become active members in the organization. Please enjoy the remainder of the reunion and homecoming weekend, and thank you.
Congratulations to the class of 1964 on their induction, and congratulations to all members of the 50-year club. Please welcome the RPI cheerleaders. Give a little encouragement. Good luck, John. Kick a field goal. You get to drive that beautiful Honda Accord LX for an entire year. That was a good effort. Let's have a round of applause for John Trombley. We'll do that again in a future home game. Drive away in one today or come see any one of Honda's amazing automobiles just a mile east of ECAV Stadium at Rensselaer Honda, 770 Hoosick Road in Troy, or visit online at getahonda.net. Come experience why Rensselaer Honda is simply better. Tonight at the Experimental Media and Performing Arts Center Theater, the a cappella group Voice Play from the TV show The Sing-Off, along with all 4 Rensselaer student a cappella groups, will perform. Tickets for the evening of a cappella are on sale at the Impact box office right up until showtime at 8 p.m. Hey fans, remember, take your ticket from today's game to the Subway at Troy Plaza. Receive 10% off your order. Subway, just down the hill in the Troy Plaza at 120 Hoosick Street. Subway, eat fresh. I'd like to remind you the women's hockey team battles Vermont at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Bring your football game ticket, get in free. Come on out and show your support. The men's soccer team takes on Bard College here at ECAV Stadium at 7 o'clock tonight. Last night, the Engineer men's Division I hockey program kicked off their season in the Icebreaker tournament at the University of Notre Dame. Final score, RPI 3, Notre Dame 2.
Once more here from the East Campus Stadium on the campus of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in Troy, New York, where the start of the second half is about to the second half is about to begin. That sentence didn't really go where I wanted it to. RPI trailing St. Lawrence 10-3 at the half. Kurt Studd here along with Bob Conway, bringing you all the action live on 91.5 FM WRPI Troy. Before we start the second half, we'd like to thank the Rensselaer Union. They provide the funding for WRPI and all the club-related activity of the Institute, and that includes WRPI's coverage of engineer football, hockey, and baseball. Also, WRPI is on the World Wide Web. Point to browse to WRPI.org, and you can pick up our broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. As long as somebody is sending something out over the ether of the air, we'll provide it for you on that feed. Again, that's WRPI.org.
Puckman wants
Okay,
us
some
to
administrative stuff.
remind you to
Avery
join
was
him
injured
at
on a play, we
5:45
believe
tonight
injured when he was tackled on a play in the first half, which occurred just before we noticed Morgan went into the game. We don't know if that was another play or so around there, but we saw him going off with his arm in a sling at halftime. We don't expect Avery to be coming back for the second half. Also, RPI does have one completed pass. There was a screen pass to Reggie Colas for 9 yards, so RPI does have one completed pass after the first half of play.
From Morgan.
From Morgan, yes. Morgan to Colas on a screen pass. So that was in the second quarter. One completed pass for RPI. They trail 10-3. We'll be getting the ball to start out quarter number 3.
It's going to be very difficult without Avery, but I don't know. These kids are the kind of team that doesn't quit. It's tough to lose your quarterback.
The kick is away. And Colas takes it at about the 6-yard line. 10 into the middle of the field. Colas 15 and wrapped up. Nice open field tackle there. Holly Grisham wraps him up around the 15. And that's where RPI starts out.
By number 4, James Holly Grisham.
Hobart defeated Springfield 37-7.
RPI takes over first
Wow.
and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
That's impressive. That really is 37-7. Springfield is a good team.
Today, not good enough.
Apparently not.
RPI starting out at their own 15-yard line. Worst position. Actually, in the first half, they had 5 possessions. They started between the 20 and the 27 on all of them. Here we go on first down. Running play gets them about 2 yards to the 17. As RPI's passing game, we mentioned that was flats on the carry. Passing game virtually non-existent in the first half. Only 5 attempted passes in the first half. Leffelbein for St. Lawrence, 16 of 27 for 153 yards. There's a big disparity there. Morgan still in at QB for RPI. Morgan out of the shotgun. Single wideouts on each side. Men in the slot each side. Morgan looking downfield, sees nothing. Now puts the ball up in the air. Colas has to go off his hand near the 15, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete intended for number 1, Colas. 3rd down and 8.
It's really going to take a while to get any kind of a rhythm here. If they can get a rhythm.
3rd down for RPI on their own 17. Morgan, fakes the hand off to Schlass, keeps it himself. Morgan is out at the 19, and it'll be 4th and 6, and the punt unit comes out, and St. Lawrence is salivating. They're going to get pretty good field position.
4th and 6.
So the first series for RPI in the second half is a 3-and-out.
Andrew Franks in the punt. Number 4, James Holly Grisham back deep for St. Lawrence.
Holly Grisham is stationed at his own 45, waiting for this kick. Snap back to Franks, boots it away, good kick. Grisham takes it at the 40, signaled a fair catch, and that's where St. Lawrence will take over. 13:43 to go, 3rd quarter. St. Lawrence leads 10-3.
St. Lawrence will take over. 1st and 10 at their own.
Well, defense has got a real big job. It's going to really be up to them to hold this pretty potent offense of St. Lawrence, especially their passing game. But they're capable of it.
Leffelbein with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. St. Lawrence, 1st and 10, their own 39. Leffelbein hands off to Irby on 1st down. Irby breaks a tackle to the 45, and Irby gets out to the 48.
How did he break that tackle?
Well, we can go back, and there's been some, at times, poor tackling by RPI in today's game.
Wow. I thought he stood him right up, and then he just must have run right over him.
2nd down and 2.
They only give him the 47, 2nd and 2 for St. Lawrence. The 7th possession of the game for the Saints. Leffelbein doesn't hand off to Irby. Pass over the middle. That's complete. It'll be a 1st down. Gallagher breaks a couple of tackles, stays with it, and he's to the 30.
He's unbelievable.
He just broke through. At least 5 guys had a hand on him at some point, and he just made it through, and he's to the 30-yard line.
Connor Young finally brought him down, but he dragged about 3 guys. What does he weigh? 6'2", 224. Yeah, he's a big boy.
1st and 10, St. Lawrence at the RPI 30. 12:35 to go. 3rd quarter, 10-3, St. Lawrence leads. Leffelbein out of the shotgun. 2 receivers each side. Pump fake. Now he puts the ball up into the air, looking for Gallagher too far. And it was actually Bush who had the better position, but the ball was beyond both receivers. Had it been thrown on target, Bush would have either knocked it down or intercepted it. St. Lawrence now 2nd down and 10 at the RPI 30.
D-line haven't gotten, I don't think they've gotten to the quarterback yet. Maybe once.
Leffelbein's had to run but he's never really been sacked. Irby on the handoff, who makes it through, found some holes. I'm going to say holes, yes, and gets to the 19-yard line, and that'll be a first down for St. Lawrence.
They were holes.
Number 46, Connor Young. Gain of 11 and a first down, St. Lawrence at the RPI 19.
12 to go here in the third quarter. St. Lawrence moving on their first possession of the second half. They're down to the RPI 19 for a first and 10. 10-3 St. Lawrence leads. RPI did lead 3-0 at one point. All the scoring since then by St. Lawrence, and all the scoring has been in the first quarter of today's game. Irby takes a handoff, tripped up in the backfield, and he's hit for a loss by Florio.
Nice
Nope,
job
that's
by
not Florio, it's Pilla.
Pilla and 27, Connor.
A loss of 4 on the play.
Brandon Cook and Pilla.
Second down at 14.
Brandon Cook's had a heck of a game. He's all over the place today.
Second and 14. Three wide out formation. Man in the slot to the right. Irby in the backfield for Leffelbein. Takes a snap. Takes a handoff to Irby. Looks to throw. Looking end zone, and that's complete for a touchdown to Simmons.
He had a defender all over him, but still caught the ball. All over him.
Touchdown pass from Leffelbein to Simmons.
Yeah, he had Lanieri all over him, but he hung on to the pass.
Carvalho on to try the extra point for St. Lawrence. Snap, spots down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. There's 11:06 to go here in the third quarter, and St. Lawrence has broken it open to a 14-point lead now. And 14 points may not seem like a lot, but RPI's offense today, that's a lot.
Especially without their first-team quarterback.
Again,
I'm not trying to say anything negative about Tommy Morgan, but he hasn't played all year. You know?
Not only that, but in practice, your number one quarterback's getting most of the practice.
The timing.
That's just it.
There.
That's the way it works in all facets of football.
The winners came from all over the country.
The Engineers trail by 14 in today's game.
They need a couple of big breaks on maybe special teams or whatever. Maybe run one back or. I think somebody like Tavinas or Reggie could break a big one. I don't think we're going to do too much passing.
Passing game, not there in the first half for RPI. 9 yards passing. Colas takes it to the 5-yard line. He's near the sidelines on the far side. 10-15. Colas to the 20. That's it. Push back to the 15, but his forward progress has him at the 20. RPI's possession. This is the 7th possession they will have the ball. The 7th time they will have the ball. They have started between the 15 and 27 on all their possessions today. That's not particularly good. They have made it into St. Lawrence territory twice. First possession, they got down to the 26 and kicked the field goal. Second possession, I believe they stopped at the 49 of St. Lawrence. The other 4, I don't think they got past the 30 on their own side. And right now they're starting out at their own 20. They need to get the ball downfield. 17-3, St. Lawrence leads. 10:57 to go, third quarter. Morgan out there at QB.
Who's behind him? You can't see the numbers, of course.
Colas goes in motion. Lane takes, nope, that's Tavinas with the carry. He was the one behind Morgan, and he gets 5 yards to the 25 straight ahead.
I figured we were going to see him soon. He's a big threat. Even though he's only had a short couple of game career, but he has the ability to be a big threat.
2nd and 5, Colas again goes back there. Tavinas takes the carry. He gets a first down. I thought he might have been stopped 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, but he gets out to the 32, and it's a first down for RPI.
Now, this offensive line is not injured. They're all out there. They got to open those holes for those backs. It's not easy, but I believe they can do it. I don't write this team off. I just think offensively it's going to be tough.
First and 10 RPI at their own 32. 10 to go third quarter. RPI trails by 14. Morgan, play action. Looking downfield, puts it up along the sidelines into double coverage and intercepted? Yes, intercepted. And again, it was Holly Grisham who gets it along the sidelines, and St. Lawrence has it. Third turnover today for RPI.
James Holly Christian at the St. Lawrence 28-yard line. The Saints take over first and 10.
Well, they had very good coverage on Reggie. 2 guys right on him. That's what they were doing, though. They're going for the big one with the speedster. And he couldn't break free.
St. Lawrence takes over at their own 28. 9:52 left in the third quarter. St. Lawrence up by 14. And St. Lawrence likes to kill time on their drives. Let's see what they do this time. Irby with the carry. Doesn't see anything to his left. Cuts right. Irby to the 35, to the 40. That's a first down to the 43.
Why is he open so much when he gets the ball? There never seems to be anybody in front of him.
He is, as I like to say, low to the ground. And he can turn on a dime.
Apparently, because there's never anybody in front of him until he gets to the secondary.
I mean, he was going left, saw there was a crowd, and immediately cut right and found a wide open space. Ball's at the 42, first and 10 for St. Lawrence, 9:20 to go, third quarter. Saints up by 14. Irby takes the carry again, goes into the line, and he only gets 2 to the 44.
Irby on the carry.
The Rochester Merchant Marine game is a 2 o'clock start. That's why I don't have any scores for you on that. I'm trying to pull up the live stats, see if we can get something on that. But Hobart has already picked up a win today, and WPI is leading Union, shutting out Union in the third quarter at this point.
Mark Grimes is in on that tackle. First I've seen him today. He's a good one.
Second and 8 for St. Lawrence. 3 wide out formation. Irby takes it again, finds some room, finds some holes. He's got a first down, stop at the RPI 46.
Tackled by Thomas Bennett and 46, Connor Young.
He got stood up pretty good by Young, and
homecoming weekend here at RPI, and the fans aren't seeing what they want to see in terms of the scoreboard.
I'm not drawing a blank, folks. I just can't see these numbers.
We have an injured Saints player on the field, so there's timeout right now. That's Irby, who was injured. He's going to make it off under his own power.
St. Lawrence with a first and 10 at the RPI 46-yard line.
It was a first down run that got him to the 46. Irby with the carry.
They had Irby with 16 yards at halftime. Doesn't seem right to me.
Well, they didn't rush a lot. They were getting a lot of screen passes. That's where they were getting a lot of yards. So they went as passes, not rushes. Clock starts, 8:20 to go here in the third quarter. RPI down by 2 touchdowns. Hand off on first down, big hole, and St. Lawrence gets another first down. Neeser.
Loricella.
Jake Neeser on the carry.
No, that's 32. Neeser.
32.
To the RPI 32-yard line.
Jake Neeser.
First and 10, St. Lawrence.
Neeser with another first down. Ball's at the 32 of RPI. St. Lawrence chewing up time, chewing up yards, and RPI has not got possession of the ball. And that's their biggest problem right now.
That man, you can't stop him.
3 wide out formation for Leffelbein. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, starts rushing downfield. He'll get to the 30. That's a gain of 2. I'm not sure if he didn't like what he saw downfield or if it was designed.
That was Lucier or Pilla?
Gain of 2, second down and 8.
I think that was Lucier. Number 90.
Second and 8 for St. Lawrence. Time keeps ticking away. I mean, we're over halfway through this third quarter, RPI's had the ball for a little over a minute. Leffelbein, handoffs. Neeser takes it. Neeser's close to a first down. They spot him at the 24. It'll be 3rd and 2. And you got to think this is 4-down territory for St. Lawrence. I'm not sure if they would kick if they were stopped at this point. We have an injured engineer on the field, and there'll be an official timeout. WPI leads Union 23-0 with 11:14 to go in the third. And I mentioned before, Hobart defeated Springfield 37-7. And we have no score at this point, Rochester Merchant Marine. Back to action here as the clock restarts. Ball's at the 24, 3rd and 2 for St. Lawrence.
Defense got to come up big.
Hey, is that Fish out there at quarterback now for St. Lawrence? Yeah, it is. Fish at quarterback hands the ball off. That goes nowhere. I think Leffelbein lined up as a wideout. No, it's Fish out there at quarterback now for St. Lawrence.
St. Lawrence at the RPI 24-yard line.
I'm not sure when that substitution occurred.
Or why? Come on, D. This is the time to do it.
4th and 2 for St. Lawrence at the 24. A design quarterback draw. Fish has got the first down as he runs through the line, and he's pushed backwards and stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a first down now for St. Lawrence. And now Leffelbein comes back in. Fish goes out.
He must be a running quarterback. Up the middle type.
Gain is to the 17-yard line, 1st and 10, St. Lawrence.
St. Lawrence keeps possession, 5.5 to go, third quarter.
You know what he is?
What?
6'1", 224.
It's not bad.
I'd say running up the middle for one is...
1st and 10 at the 17 of RPI for St. Lawrence. Leffelbein fakes the handoff, throws, and looking for Gallagher, cutting across. It goes incomplete. There's a lot of mustard on his ball.
It really is.
2nd down and 10.
Greenwich, Connecticut.
St. Lawrence 2nd and 10 at the 17. Looking to make this a 3-score game. Leffelbein out of the shotgun. Hands off. Neeser goes ahead, weaves his way through the line to the 12. That's a +5. It'll be 3rd and 5, St. Lawrence.
They've had the ball almost the whole quarter.
RPI held the ball for a little over, I would say a minute 14 RPI had the ball this quarter. There's under 5 to go. It's tough to win if you don't have the ball.
12-yard line.
Third down and 5 for the Saints. On the 12 of RPI. Leffelbein rolls to the right. Looking downfield, now looking back across to the left, wide open. That'll be a touchdown. Nobody was on Gardner. 3-score lead for St. Lawrence.
He was wide open.
12-yard touchdown pass from Leffelbein to Gardner.
He delayed his route, kind of stayed back, and all of a sudden he took off and he was all alone.
Andrew Carvalho into the 10th point after.
Carvalho in for the point after attempt. Snap, the spot, the kick is up. It's good. 4:32 to go, third quarter. St. Lawrence 24, RPI 3.
St. Lawrence 24, RPI 3.
Well, this is going to be a real tough ball game to come back in.
The Recovery Sports Bureau for their continued support.
You're playing against a very good defense. The
The
offense seems to be able to just grind it out, knocking a lot of time off the clock. And our first string quarterback is hurt. And the timing and with the passing and the running it's not Morgan's fault. He's doing his very best. But when you lose your biggest threat at quarterback, and he's been playing very well the last 2-3 weeks especially, makes it difficult.
St. Lawrence tees the ball up at the 35, up by 3 touchdowns. Hebert will boot the ball away. Low kick, bounces around. Colas takes it at the 13, 15, 20. Colas to the sidelines, breaks 1 tackle, and now he's out around the 25. Call it the 26-ish.
Across the 25-yard line.
Yep, call it the 26. RPI will take over at their own 26.
Colas has not been able to get outside. So jammed up there.
RPI comes into this game 4-1. One of the things we talked about a lot this year is field position.
Yes.
Okay? They're not winning the field position battle today because they've started every drive between their 15 and 27.
That's right.
They're not moving far enough downfield to force St. Lawrence to have bad field position. They're actually not getting far enough and giving St. Lawrence better field position.
Exactly.
And they're losing the field position battle because the offense isn't moving the ball. That's the game. Ball to 26 for RPI, down by 21. Morgan takes a snap, gives to Schlatt. Schlatt runs right, tries to turn the corner, falls forward to the 30, and gets 4. And the offense isn't moving because there is no passing game right now.
Second down and 6. Tackled by number 59, Grant Brightman.
Brightman was in on the tackle for St. Lawrence on that one. Sophomore linebacker from Norwich, New York.
Second down and 6. Morgan keeps it himself after faking a handoff, and he's got a first down as he gets to the 38. Runs out of bounds onto the St. Lawrence sideline. Engineers move the chains.
First down RPI.
Good play.
38.
Tommy's just got to keep doing his best in there.
First and 10 Engineers on 38-yard line. 3.5 to go, third quarter. Engineers trail by 21. Man goes into the backfield, fumbled, ball's loose. Morgan dove for it. I don't know if he got it because one of the defensive linemen for St. Lawrence ran in right after that to go for it. The ball is loose at the 35, and St. Lawrence is yelling or signaling they have it, and the officials are still digging this one out. What do we got going on here? There's only 2 people left to dig out. Don't we know where the ball is at this point? Okay. The smallest pile in history is still being undug, and it's St. Lawrence's ball at the 35. 4th turnover today by RPI.
Boy, nothing's going RPI's way today. Just one of those days. Nothing is going right.
We also have an injured St. Lawrence player, so they'll stop the clock. 3:17 to go here, or stop play at least. 3:17 to go here in the third quarter. St. Lawrence leads 24-3. RPI just turned the ball over again, and really, if St. Lawrence goes in now, that's the game.
We want to remind you, you're listening to Rensselaer Football on 91.5 WRPI Troy. Next week, the Engineers are on the road at the University of Rochester. That's a 1 o'clock start. They come back the following week against Hobart. They then have a bye week, I think. And they go to Springfield.
On first down, Irby back in the game, gets caught behind the line of scrimmage. Owensman got him, and that'll be a loss of 1 for St. Lawrence. But at this point, time is on their side.
And the last game of the year will be back here against Union College for the Dutchman Shoes game.
This is WRPI Troy with Engineer Football from the East Campus Stadium. Coach up, Bob Conway on the call for you. 2:40 to go, third quarter, 24-3. St. Lawrence leads. 2nd and 11 for the Saints at the 35. Russelbein out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Irby. Looks downfield. Under pressure. Gets away from it. Tries to run with it. And he'll get caught in the backfield. He stopped at the 37 for a loss of a couple more for St. Lawrence.
Back at the 37-yard line.
Giving the crowd at least a little to cheer about.
He gets away from that first rush every time, doesn't he? He could have been sacked a little further back. He got away from 2 guys.
3rd and 13 for the Saints. Four wideouts. Irby in the backfield. Russelbein out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Puts the ball up. Incomplete. Davies, haven't called his name before. Scott Davies, the intended receiver, and the ball was too far out in front of him, and St. Lawrence sends out the punt unit.
Guess what he is? Another tight end. Senior, 6'3", 215 pounds.
4th and 13, Saints look to punt. Corliss back at his own 48 for the snap. Gadar standing at about his own 6. Low snap, gets it on the hop, gets the punt away. Gadar calls for a fair catch, and St. Lawrence is going to down this inside the 5. Where did they first touch it? Right around the 4-yard line. RPI with horrible field position, down by 21.
1:37 to go in the game.
Nope, in the 3rd quarter.
I'm sorry, yes. Last night, RPI's hockey team won the first game in the Notre Dame Invitational Tournament out there. What do they call it?
It's the Icebreaker, actually.
Icebreaker.
It's the Icebreaker tournament.
And they upset Notre Dame 3-2. And will play on Sunday, I think, the final game against the University of Minnesota, who's ranked number 1 in the country. Notre Dame was, I think, number...
RPI on first down, gives it to Vinnis, who cut left and makes it out to the 11.
Tackled by number 15, Deach.
Notre Dame was really 7th or 13th?
I don't know.
Going into the game, they were ranked.
It's game of 6. 2nd down and 4.
Divinis picks up 6, 2nd and 4. Divinis takes the handoff again, hits the line. He won't get a first down. He needs to get beyond the 15 for a first down, and he's a little bit short. Looks like the line of scrimmage originally the 5, not the 4 on this drive.
19-yard line.
He's pretty close, but no cigar there.
50 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter.
3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1 for RPI. Morgan gives it to Vinnis on the handoff. Vinnis steps out just beyond the 15. And I don't know if, well, actually, okay, they're going to say it's a first down. So,
yep.
You know what? I don't think it was. They put the ball on the 15, but the markers were beyond, a little beyond the 5. Whatever, we're going with it. 1st and 10, RPI at their own 15, down by 21. 30 seconds to go here, 3rd quarter. Morgan straightening things out. Now he takes a snap. He'll drop back, look to throw. Put the ball up in the air along the near sidelines. Gadar gets a hand on it, but he can't pull it in. And it's incomplete.
Intended for Gadar. Second down and 10.
Just tough to get anything going today, folks. Kids are still playing hard, though. That's the way they operate. They know they got a tough go now, though.
Second and 10 at the 15. Divinis with the carry, gets hit at the line of scrimmage, and we got a couple of flags coming out as he goes down at the 18.
We got a number of guys there. Number 69 was there, and 15 was there. 69 is Steven Napolitano.
Personal foul. Grabbing the face mask, number 59.
Face mask call against St. Lawrence. That'll give RPI an automatic first down. Right now, if you're St. Lawrence, you cannot become your own worst enemy. You're in control of this game. The Saints can't do anything stupid to give RPI opportunities.
34-yard line. RPI first and 10 at their own 34.
Ball's at the 34, first and 10 for RPI. They may snap this as the last play of the third quarter. They do. Morgan fakes the handoff, looking downfield, puts the ball up. It's along the sidelines, and it's incomplete. Colas was the intended receiver. Holly Grisham was there looking for another interception, didn't get it, and the third quarter ends with St. Lawrence leading 24-3.
Colas was well defended on that play. That Grisham does a nice job covering. And give Morgan credit, it was thrown pretty well.
Hey fans, Domino's Pizza, conveniently located at 198 Hoosick Street. All fans sitting in section 104 row D.
Morgan actually
104 row
looks to
D,
be getting a little more
Domino's
confident
will
in
receive free cheesy breads from Domino's Pizza. Domino's, you can never have too much of a good thing.
He's kept the ball on a run for a nice first down. Thrown the ball down the field. Didn't complete either one, but they were well thrown balls.
Congratulations to Phi Gamma Delta, better known to us as Fiji, as they celebrate their 30th anniversary and the grand opening of their new chapter house.
1:39 left in the third quarter. WPI leads Union 23-7. That game being held out in Worcester. Apparently very bad weather in Worcester right now. $15 on the board, fourth quarter. RPI left to right, St. Lawrence right to left across your radio dial in this quarter. On second down, Morgan keeps it himself and is stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Morgan on the carry, tackled near the
That was
line
a
of
second and
scrimmage
10 play.
by 59 Brightman.
Grant Brinkman, number 59 on the tackle for St. Lawrence.
Gain of 1, third and 9.
All right, they'll call it a gain of 1. Third and 9 RPI. At their own 35. Morgan looks to throw. Four-man rush, has to roll out to his right. Now puts the ball up in the air and almost intercepted.
Morgan's pass is
Simmons had a hand on that, but it goes incomplete. And RPI fourth down at their own 35. Punt team comes out.
St. Lawrence secondary has been outstanding on their coverage. Every one of RPI's receivers has at least one, if not two guys right there in pretty good position to either intercept it or knock it down.
Franks boots the ball away on fourth down. Holly Grisham takes it at the 30, dances around. Broke one tackle. He wasn't getting away from the second one. He got spun around abruptly, and he stopped at the 33. 14-11 to go in today's game. St. Lawrence leads 24-3.
Number 21.
Yeah, slats on that tackle.
Slats on the tackle for the Engineers. First and 10 St. Lawrence at their own 33-yard line.
This has not been a fun game to watch.
Well, I guess it depends on your point of view. I think there are some St. Lawrence fans on the opposite side who are enjoying themselves.
Well, I'm sure, but I don't know how much you can enjoy yourself against
First and 10 for the Saints, their own 33. Neeser, I think, yep, that was Neeser on first down. Goes left through the line, and he's out to the 38. And this is going to be classic. Ball on the ground to kill the clock for St. Lawrence.
It's pretty likely that when you lose your quarterback, who's been such an intricate part of the offense, both running and passing the ball, it's not going to be fun to watch.
Second and 5 on the 38. Saints running the play clock down to under 5. Leffelbein hands off. Neeser again, sees nothing, breaks through and gets to the 45, and that's the first down.
Number 90 for the Engineers on the play. We've talked before.
Gain to the 45 and a first down for St.
We've talked
Lawrence.
before about the Engineer defense always playing tough and never quitting. They're playing tough, but they're up against it. The score is and time is a very big factor at this point.
Neeser on first down gets the handoff from Leffelbein, and he's stopped at the 47. As there's 40 seconds on the play clock, and St. Lawrence is using as much of that as they can.
Nick Ramus in on that tackle, number 92 for the Engineers. First time I seen Nick in there today. He's a junior. D-line, 6'3", 265.
Second and 9 for St. Lawrence. Ball's at the 46. So 3 wide out formation. Leffelbein gives to Neeser. Neeser gets some room to the 49. There's 12 minutes left to go in today's game.
Tackled by
Connor Young on the tackle.
56, Kobe Dragney, and 46, Connor Young. Put down and 6.
3rd and 6 for St. Lawrence. RPI 1 for 9 passing today. Leffelbein on 3rd and 6, throws wide open. Neeser has it, and he goes out of bounds at the RPI 38. Well, the 39 call it, but that'll be a first down for St. Lawrence.
39-yard line.
Number 27, once again, Brandon Cook on the tackle for Rensselaer.
Saints with the first down at the RPI 39, 11:05 to go here. 4th quarter, 24-3, St. Lawrence on top. Two seconds left on the play clock, they snap it. Irby with the carry, finds a hole up the middle. Irby's gonna get a good chunk of yards, he's got 7. And we're gonna be under 10 to go by the time St. Lawrence snaps his ball again.
Brandon Cook.
Once again, Cook get on the tackle for the Engineers.
Gain of 7.
And he does get down low, Kirk, you're right. Very low.
Second and 3. The move to the 4th quarter in Worcester, 23-7. WPI leads in that game. Leffelbein hands off to Irby. Irby still grabbed by the legs, but I think he still made it to the 30-yard line. He got 2.
Somebody got it from behind here. Let's see.
Tackled by 26, Gahagan.
Yeah, but
Gain is 2.
Lucier was the guy who got it from behind.
3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1 for St. Lawrence on the 30. Fish is now in a quarterback. I don't know when that replacement happened.
When they need 1 yard.
And he gets it. Fish takes it, runs off the right side, and he's got it to the 25. That'll be another St. Lawrence first down.
That's Fish's key. We need 1 yard. Get my helmet on.
Yeah, but he's still out there now.
The RPI 26.
He did the same thing last time. A couple plays.
Time ticking away on RPI. 9 to go in this game. RPI trailing by 21. Zane Fish in a quarterback, a grad student for St. Lawrence. Or at least that's what he's listed on the roster. Irby on the handoff. To the left-hand side, gets a couple, maybe 3, call it 3 to the 18.
56 tracking.
Toby Dragney in on the tackle.
2nd down and 7.
I still like this team of RPIs, you know. I think they're going to do it if they can get Avery healthy. I still think they can do well. And I think they would have done better on offense had Avery stayed. I'm not saying they would have won the game, but I think they would have been much further into it.
Leffelbein is back in a quarterback. Leffelbein gives to Neeser. Neeser grabbed by the knees and stopped at the 24.
Nice job by Diego Cantino. He's a freshman D lineman from Plainsboro, New Jersey, 6 foot 275.
Loss of 1 on the play. 3rd down.
He leads the country in fumble recoveries with 3 this year.
Halfway through the 4th quarter, 24-3, St. Lawrence leads. And the Saints are just winding that clock down. Again, it's Leffelbein back in a quarterback. 3 wideouts. Neeser goes in motion. Pump fake. Now puts the ball up in the air. Incomplete. Looking for, and there's a flag going to be coming out on the play. Gallagher got held up around the 15, and that's why he couldn't get to the ball.
I was going to say he was wide open.
Let's take a look on the replay. Well, the replay doesn't, you can't see that on the replay. The contact happens prior to the ball getting there, or even the pass.
Pass interference. Defense, number 4. 15 yards, previous spot, first down.
So that gives St. Lawrence a new set of downs. It's an automatic first on the pass interference. 7:10 to go here, 4th quarter. Saints lead 24-3. RPI hasn't touched the ball in a while.
Ball to the 13-yard line. 1st and 10, St. Lawrence.
St. Lawrence looking to go 3-0 in the Liberty League, as they would be tied with Hobart, who's already reached that. Leffelbein gives to Neeser. Neeser found some space.
On the carry.
Then it closed up.
Tackled by
Dragney.
And number 27.
He got to the 8, gain of 5.
Brandon Cook. Dragney and Brandon Cook.
It's gain of 5, 2nd down and 5.
So it's 2nd and 5, St. Lawrence, as they're now inside the RPI 10. RPI never has, on offense, has not gotten into the red zone today. Closest they got was the 26. Another time they made it near the 49, and that's it. They have not been on St. Lawrence's side of the field on offense since the 2nd quarter. Fish in at quarterback gives to Irby. Irby gets hit, and he loses about 1.
Stopped by Pillar.
And that'll make it 3rd down. Did somebody call a timeout?
RPI, their first time out of the half.
RPI takes their first time out of the half, trying to stop the clock here to save some time.
Tommy Bennett was in on that stop.
Today's winning ticket in the 50-50 drawing, ticket number 432.
So let's reset you. St. Lawrence has a 24-3 lead over RPI. They're going to have a 3rd and 6 on the RPI 9-yard line, so they can get a first down without getting a touchdown. 6:23 left on the clock. I'm not entirely sure when St. Lawrence got the ball, but they've burned off 7 or 8 minutes already in the second half, in this 4th quarter.
Hey fans, be a part of Rensselaer Ice
And
Hockey.
keeping the ball on the ground. The only time I can remember a pass is when they had the pass interference call, which kept the drive alive just recently.
That's right.
Contact the Houston Fieldhouse at 518-276-6262.
RPI just burned their first time out of the second half. It'll be 3rd and 6, St. Lawrence at the 9. Leffelbein the QB. Irby's in the backfield with him. Takes a snap. Looking end zone. Gets hit. Ball up in the air. Incomplete. It was tipped off the intended receiver. Falls incomplete. Leffelbein got hit right as he threw the ball. And on 4th down, it looks like the kicking team is coming out for St. Lawrence to make this a 4-score game.
Pilla and Tragney were all over the quarterback on that play. Really had to rush it for probably for the first time today.
This is a 26-yard field goal attempt. Carvalho, right-footed kicker from the near hash. Snap spot, the kick is up, and the kick is no good. Missed it left. We have 6:15 left here in the 4th quarter. RPI trails by 21.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
By rule, the ball comes out to the 20.
Reminder, after today's football game, we're going to talk
I mean, this is it. RPI has to do something on this drive.
And then at 7 o'clock tonight, the RPI men's soccer team
Again, they are 1 for 9 passing today.
It's been a very tough day. The first quarter, I thought it was going to be a really good ball game. And after Avery was lost, it kind of got out of hand.
Morgan with 4 wideouts. RPI 1st and 10 on their own 20. Takes a snap. Rolls left. Looking downfield. Doesn't see anything. Runs with the ball, and he runs out of bounds at the 26.
Morgan on the carry.
Did he make the first down?
No.
Out of bounds
Ball was at the 20. Has to get to the 30. He's at the 26.
Gain of 6, second down and 4.
I thought he was running to the flag. Marker.
2nd and 4 for RPI. Morgan drops back. Under pressure and can't get away from it. He's sacked back near the 15.
Sacked back at the 15-yard line.
Had nobody downfield. Watching the replay right now. Nobody downfield, and one man came in and got him. Looks like it was Nick Barclay on the sack. 3rd and 15 for RPI.
Yeah, we have played the entire game in our end of the field.
Can't win that way. You can't win without a passing game. Morgan rolls out to his right, and a flag comes out. Pass is incomplete along the sidelines. It was in the hands of Godard, but he couldn't handle the ball and try to maintain his balance. Also, the flag, I think, is going against RPI as Morgan was running for his life in the backfield. Blocking it back against RPI. This should be declined by St. Lawrence, and it'll be 4th down and 15 at the 15.
It is 4th down.
Penalty against the Engineers declined. It's 4th and 15. Andrew Franks into punt. James Holly Grisham back deep.
Franks in to punt the ball. Grisham is back around his own 50-yard line. Franks' boot taken by Grisham at the 48. 45 to the 40. Grisham 35, 30. Stays on his feet to the 25, 20, and finally caught at the 16. You know what? That was near the line of scrimmage. That punt was for nothing, and now an RPI player gets thrown around. So there may be 15 yards tacked on to somebody here. But, I mean, St. Lawrence is going to be an RPI side of the field with less than 5 to go and up by 21.
I think that was Franks. They got pushed.
Two officials threw flags on that play. I saw an RPI player flying backwards at one point.
That was Frank's, I think.
After the play was over, there were personal fouls on both teams. Personal foul 87 and personal foul number 3. The penalty is offset. The down counts. First down.
Personal foul on Frank's and the other guy.
Yeah, so the personal fouls offset. Anderson was the other player. He was a player for St. Lawrence who got the personal foul. They offset, so it's going to be St. Lawrence at the 15-yard line.
4:53 to go in the ball game. Remind you, you're listening to Rensselaer Football on 91.5 WRPI Troy.
It's just a matter of getting the clock down today, right now. That's what really this is.
Next week, RPI travels to Rochester for a 1 o'clock start.
Who do we have in a QB now? That is, oh no, pardon me, that's Fish for St. Lawrence.
Pilla,
46.
nice job.
Rush on first down gets nothing. Well, actually loses one.
No,
Loss of 1 on the play.
Lucier,
Second
not
down
Pilla,
and 11.
number 90.
So the
Lucier.
ball's back at the 16 for St. Lawrence.
50-50 drawing 4-3-2.
As they're huddling up and wasting all the game clock if they can.
5-5-9. $471. Claim your prize.
Once St. Lawrence scored those 2 TDs in the third quarter, this game has pretty much become kill the clock. Fish the QB for St. Lawrence. And they just got that snap off as it looked like the play clock was about to hit 0. Sotero on the carry for St. Lawrence stopped at the 13. And the clock keeps running.
45, Nick Sotero on the carry.
Well, we've had
3.
a number of weeks in a row with very good performances by
Third down, 8.
the Engineers. Today wasn't one of them. I think, at least in part because of losing the quarterback, Avery. Now let's just see what that injury is and how long will it keep him out.
Third down and 8 for St. Lawrence at the 13-yard line. Fish throws in the flat. That's complete. Flag comes out right after the catch as May gets inside the 10 and to about the 9, and we'll have to see what this is.
Flags on the play.
Downfield, number 72 in the offense.
Ineligible receiver downfield, so this won't count.
Well, you can't say St. Lawrence is trying to run it up.
No, you can't say that.
They've taken their quarterback out.
We're
keeping the ball on the ground.
For St. Lawrence, moves the ball back.
Which I like. I do like.
Third down
you
and 13.
Like we've said when we were up like this, somebody gets in the ball game, as Tavinas did a number of games ago. You can't stop them from running. It's their chance. They have to show what they can do. But I don't think St. Lawrence coaching staff has tried to run this up at all.
No.
St. Lawrence.
St. Lawrence takes a timeout with 2:48 to go. It's a 3rd and 13 at the 18-yard line. We are in the midst of the unexciting aspects of football. The game is effectively over, but not officially overtime. St. Lawrence will be tied with Hobart after today on top of the Liberty League standings with 3-0 marks. The only 2 undefeated teams left. They don't meet until November 8th.
Where?
Canton. Hobart's on the road for that. So in theory, these teams could stay undefeated until November 8th. Handoff on third down, nets almost nothing. Wonka. Yes, exactly like Willy Wonka on the carry for St. Lawrence.
John Hunsman in on the tackle.
And RPI calls a timeout with 2:43 to go in today's game. And St. Lawrence leading 24-3.
RPI.
6:29 to go in Worcester. It is now 29-7. WPI over Union. So I was getting back to the schedule. So it's Hobart and St. Lawrence will be 3-0 after today. RPI is going to drop back into a tie with Springfield at 2-1. It's likely, actually now back to 23-7. Maybe that was a play that got pulled back. I don't know. It's 23-7 now on the live stats. St. Lawrence is going to try to kick a field goal. This is a 24-yard attempt to snap the spot. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. Missed it again. So there's 2:39 left, and RPI won't be taking over on their own 20-yard line.
Field goal attempt is no good from the 34-yard line.
Just not much you can say. You know, it hasn't been a good game for the Engineers, period.
It is really true.
What?
We were here 2 weeks ago, the WPI game, and we talked about in that game that the passing game was weak.
Yes.
WPI was covering. Well, this was worse. RPI has not had receivers open at all today. All right, St. Lawrence secondary shut down RPI passing. 2:39 to go. RPI first and 10 at their own 20. Morgan looks to throw. Puts it up in the air to the sidelines, and he throws that out of bounds. That's incomplete. And now we're back to 29-7. WPI on top. I don't know what the score is now in Worcester. Live stats is not cooperating very well. Or at all, really. The Rochester Merchant Marine game, no score. That's down in Merchant Marine, and the live stats doesn't appear to be working. You know, good luck with that.
Yeah, right.
There's a little bit of anger in that statement. Second and 10 for RPI at the 20-yard line. Morgan takes a snap, low snap, looking to throw the ball under pressure. Rolls, throws, and complete downfield to the 40, 35, to the 30, 25, and then finally pushed out of bounds is Amory.
Good for them. Tell you, these kids don't quit. They'll be back, folks. I can tell you that. It's their first loss in the league. Depending upon that injury, I still think they can do well in this league.
Ball's at the 20, first and 10, RPI. 2:10 to go in today's game. Engineers down by 21. Clock's still running. Now we're down to 2 to go. So, and RPI is going to be flagged for delay of game.
Delay.
Talk about it not being your day.
Can't blame anybody but yourself on that one.
Exactly. That's what I meant.
First and 15. Morgan looks left, puts the ball up in the air, and overthrows the intended receiver. That was Giacconi.
Intended for Giacconi.
1:54 left to go in today's game.
15.
Last couple of weeks, Giacconi's been more of a go-to guy than ever before.
Second and 15. Morgan looks downfield under pressure, and he's going down at the 33. Barkley was the first person to get there.
by 34.
And the clock is still running, 1:40 to go in today's game. Ball's back at the 31. RPI trying to get into the end zone as this game is winding down. Morgan on 3rd and long. Looks downfield, puts the ball up in the air, and caught! Touchdown!
Good for them.
Giacconi gets it. RPI gets 6.
Giacconi ran a nice route. Like I said a minute ago, he's been a go-to guy the last 2 weeks. And he's a big boy. Good target, got good hands. He'll be fun to watch in the future. He's a sophomore, 6'5", 195.
Snap, spot, kick is up by Franks, and that's good. 24-10 is your score with 1:14 to go.
We gotta go onside kick, right?
You have nothing to lose.
Absolutely. Both teams coming back out on the field. 1:14 to go. Saints lead it 24-10. Just a tough day for the Engineers all around. Although that last play was the highlight of the day.
Small consolation. Onside kick attempt, and that goes out of bounds. That'll be St. Lawrence's ball.
Too bad. We had a guy that could have caught that and ran back all the way.
Too much oomph on that one. I think Avery was trying to get it to bounce up and high, and it never really bounced. It stayed low to the ground and moved pretty quickly.
You mean Franks?
What did I say?
Avery.
Yeah, Franks.
St. Lawrence takes
My
the
bad.
ball at their own 45-yard line.
I just didn't want them to think Avery was back in the game. On an onside kick with an arm in the sling.
Yeah, I think both of them understood.
Yes.
Ball's at the 45. St. Lawrence goes into the victory formation. RPI has one timeout, and they are not going to use it. Thank you. I appreciate that. So it's just a matter of time ticking away on this one, and RPI is going to fall to 4-2 on the season.
They didn't have a good game. That's the answer today. I believe they'll be coming back strong, provided they get the quarterback back.
St. Lawrence takes a knee, and that does it. Well, not officially, but it will in about 30 seconds, as St. Lawrence will be the winners today, 24-10 over RPI here on RPI's homecoming weekend. It was a beautiful day for football. The sun was shining. Well, there's clouds, but no rain. Everything was working well for RPI before the game, but the game did not go RPI's way. In the meat of the game, first quarter after their first possession up until the middle of the third quarter, RPI's offense not there. And St. Lawrence did a lot of grinding. A lot of passing yards early in the game, a lot of running yards late in the game. And it may look like a two-score game. It may only look like two scores at the end. Well, that was just two scores, but if you were watching this game, it felt like more than two scores for a lot of it. And 3 scores actually is what it was, but it felt like St. Lawrence was in firm control of this game all the way through. So RPI falls to 2-1 in the conference, 4-2 overall. St. Lawrence improving to 5-1 overall, 3-0 in the conference. As I mentioned, they are now tied with Hobart at the top of the standings, 3-0. RPI and Springfield are tied for third at 2-1. There's 134 left in Worcester, and WPI has a 23-7 lead on Union, so it looks like Union's going to fall not only to 0-3 in the conference, but 0-5 overall. And they've got a 10-game season, so the best that Union can be at the end of this year is 5-5. And WPI moves up to 1-2, and we don't know what's going on down in Merchant Marine as Rochester and Merchant Marine are playing each other. But it was, I think, Bob, I mentioned 2 weeks ago in the WPI game, we talked about how WPI's secondary was shutting down RPI's receivers.
Yes.
St. Lawrence did that to perfection today. All right, they just took RPI's passing game away.
They really did, and their defense lived up to the reputation of being the #1 defense in the league. Engineers just did not have a good day. Like I say, you got to bounce back from games like this. I think this team is the type of team that will bounce back. And I hope Avery's all right, because he was having a good season. And I think we get him back. I thought Tommy did a respectable job for what he was up against. He ran for a first down himself on one play. Threw a nice touchdown pass late in the game. So, I'm taking a look at the stats right now. St. Lawrence had 377 yards on 73 plays. RPI 245 on 55 plays. Time of possession, St. Lawrence 38-42, RPI 22-55. Leffenbein was 20 for 35 with one interception, 223 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a long of 34. Tommy was 3 for 13, 2 interceptions. Jeff was 0 for 2. And in terms of receiving, we only had 3 receptions. Amory for a 60-yarder late in the game, Giacconi for 31-yard TD, and Reggie Colas for a 9-yard catch. On the other side, Shannon, 35 yards. Gallagher, 4 catches for 73. Gardner, 2 catches for 34. And Richardson, 3 for 19.
I think this is the key. The turnovers were 4-1 in St. Lawrence's favor. And St. Lawrence outgained RPI in total yards by 50%, but St. Lawrence was getting better field position. RPI was constantly in the back of quarter of their field, and they had a longer field to go. So they needed more yards than St. Lawrence, and St. Lawrence got more yards than RPI anyway. I think those are really the 2 keys right there. And then, of course, the lack of the passing game comes into play as well.
Absolutely.
I'm going to run down the scoring in today's game as we're going to head out of here soon. RPI got on the board first, 7:17 left to go first quarter. Franks with a 43-yard field goal made it 3-0 Engineers. St. Lawrence would tie it up with 1:57 left in the first. Cavallo with a 20-yard field goal made it 3-3. And then St. Lawrence got the ball back on a muffed kickoff. RPI turned it over. And Gallagher, an 8-yard pass from Leffelbein. Cavallo's kick made it 10-3 St. Lawrence. That was the score after 1, and that was also the score after half. At the half, 10-3 St. Lawrence. In the third, St. Lawrence got 2, which really put the game away. Simon, a 23-yard pass from Leffelbein. Cavallo's kick with 11:06 to go in the third made it 17-3. And then Gardner, a 12-yard pass from Leffelbein with 4:32 to go in the third. And Cavallo's kick made it 24-3 St. Lawrence. St. Lawrence burned a lot of the fourth quarter, running the ball, didn't put any points up, missed 2 field goals, and finally late in the game, RPI got on the board again. Giacconi, a 31-yard touchdown pass from Tommy Morgan. Franks' kick with 1:14 to go in the game made it 24-10, and that was the final. St. Lawrence 24, RPI 10. Again, RPI falls to 4-2 overall, 2-1 in the conference. They're on the road at Rochester next Saturday. St. Lawrence improves to 5-1 overall. They're 3-0 in the conference. And Mark Raymond's team next Saturday will be off. And the next time they're in action is on the 25th of October, as they will be playing at home against Springfield. The final scores, or the scores that we have them from today, actually 2 final scores at this point. Hobart defeated Springfield 37-7, and WPI defeated Union 23-7. Merchant Marine and Rochester still playing.
It's difficult to pick stars today, but I'm going to pick on offense Joey Giacone for that final touchdown. Ran a nice route, 31-yarder for 6. And on the defense, there's a lot of guys, but Connor Young had 11 tackles, 5 unassisted, 6 assisted, and Brandon Cook had 2 unassisted and 8 assisted for 10. So Connor Young, Brandon Cook, and Pilla had a pretty good game as well with 8 tackles. So Joey Giacone and Connor Young, Cook, and I guess I'll add Pilla in there. 7 assisted tackles and 1 unassisted. 8 total. I agree with you, Kurt. It was not RPI's day. I think Avery's injury was a factor, big factor. But you got to give St. Lawrence credit; they played very well.
That secondary took the passing game away. They weren't open. Almost as many interceptions as completed passes for RPI. That's just the way it goes sometimes.
I think the kids will be back, though. I really do.
Okay, that's going to do it for us here from the East Campus Stadium. They're finishing up out there. We're going to finish up in here. RPI, the next football broadcast we have will be next Saturday. RPI is at Rochester. That's a 1 p.m. start out in Rochester, University of Rochester. So RPI will be looking to bounce back from this game. Our next sports broadcast will be next Friday night. I believe it's a 9 o'clock start. RPI is at Denver in men's hockey. So that's what's coming up for you in terms of RPI sports broadcast. We'd like to thank the Rensselaer Union. They provide the funding for WRPI and all the club-related activity of the Institute, and that includes WRPI's coverage of Engineer football, hockey, and baseball. Also, WRPI is on the World Wide Web. Point your browser to WRPI.org, and you can pick up our broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. As long as we can send something out over the ether of the air, we'll provide it for you on that feed. Again, that is WRPI.org. Homecoming weekend doesn't turn out well here for the RPI Engineers in terms of gridiron play, as they take the loss here. For Bob Conroy, my name is Kurt Stott. We'd like to thank you for listening to today's game. The final score here from the East Campus Stadium, it was St. Lawrence 24 and RPI 10, and you've been listening to live coverage of Engineer football on 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy.